Hello, boys and girls. This is the course of Environmental Science, and I am G. Chakraborty from Department of Chemistry, welcoming you to this course of Environmental Science. And today we are going to start a new module which is called Sound and its Pollution, right? Basically, noise pollution. Now, before starting this particular module, we need to see that what we have come across in these 22 lectures that we have done previously, right? Because recapitulation is very important, otherwise there will be some problem in our understanding, and whatever we want to get or we want to accomplish, that will not be done completely, it will be partly done. Okay, that's why it is very important for us to see and to determine that what things we people have done before, right? So if you see the data that what we people have done, we have to see that in the very first lecture we started resources, right? Resources, renewable, non-renewable resources. Then we have seen what resistances are. Resource resistances are natural, artificial, right? These things we have discussed in detail. After that, in the second lecture, we have seen what is population growth and how to deal with population growth, what are the study models, right? All these have been done in the second lecture. Now this was followed by the third lecture, where we people have seen that what these things are. Now by the things I mean to say that we clearly were seeing that how the ecosystems are, what is environmental management, what are the environmental problems like drought, earthquake, landslide, right? Natural calamities, so that we people have studied. This was followed by ecosystem, grassland and forest and desert and mangrove and pond ecosystem. Basically, in a single word, if we say terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. After that, we have seen what are the environmental management rules and how environmental management is done using different protocols, stringent laws and all. Okay, this was the first sixth lecture of the first module, which is called the general environment module, right? Now, this was followed by air and its pollution, which were 7 lectures, and in the 7 lectures we have clearly studied, starting from the different layers of atmosphere. We have been to the population, not population, it's pollution, the pollutants, and we have seen what is acid rain, what is greenhouse effect, what is global warming, what is smog. We have left nothing. We have studied the control of air pollution also. Okay, this were 1 to 13. Now after 13 we people have seen 5 different lectures of water, in which we have seen what the water quality parameters are, and we have studied about the details of the hardness, alkalinity, and several other phenomena. We have seen about the 5-day BOD test, the COD, along with BOD, and different other parameters, right? Just like treatment of water, primary, secondary, and all. After we finished water, we went to land. There we have seen clearly about the details of soil, details of type of waste, that is solid waste, type of solid waste, and then we have seen what is municipal solid waste, how municipal solid waste are managed, and what are the different aspects of disposal of this solid waste, right? After that, we have seen what are hazardous waste, how this hazardous waste are to be dealt with, and we have seen biomedical waste, chemical waste, and radioactive waste also. Okay, this also was our journey till date, and now we will start our journey with the last and final module, that is noise pollution. Okay, let's see what we are having next. As you can see, this is the part 1 of the noise pollution, and you can see that the girl is just, she has kept her fingers inside the ear because she is suffering from noise pollution, right? Okay. Now, this basically happens whenever we hear a loud noise, right? So, in this particular lecture, what we are going to see, we'll see what is noise, what is the definition of noise, what are the different types of noise that we are having: transport noise, occupational noise, neighborhood noise, what is the effect of noise pollution, and how we can control noise pollution. Okay, so these are the basic things that we'll see. Now, as you can see, if we go for the definition of noise pollution, what we people are having, see, noise is unwanted, irregular, unpleasant and annoying sound with no musical quality. Now, this definition requires explanation. How many of you have seen loud DJ music and mad people dancing around it? How many? I guess majority have seen, right? Majority of you have seen. This happens during Durga Puja, Kali Puja in front of my house. People go for the immersion of the goddess, right? Visarjan mein jate hain log, okay, and they go with huge boxes. They say DJ boxes, right? So they are dancing, they are enjoying, but I am standing just like the person in the picture behind, right? Keeping his hands on the ears due to loud noise. Now, if we can say noise is unwanted, irregular, unpleasant and annoying sound, it is unwanted for me, but it is good for those who are dancing. I am not wanting the noise, but they are wanting or not, otherwise they will not be able to dance like that. Okay, dance like mad, right? So basically, noise actually it depends. It varies from person to. If you follow this definition, it will depend from person to person. It may happen that one person doesn't like little bit noise, another person is very much fond of noise. Okay, so it will vary from person to person. So we need to fix a scale, that is dBA or decibel, by which we measure actually the noise is there or not, because this type of man-to-man variation is very difficult to examine and to evaluate, right? Now, this is whatever I was saying is written clearly here, that the definition, however, is subjective, because one man's sound may be another man's noise. See, whatever I have told, word to word, it is written here. That is subjective and varies from man to man. It may be good for you that you are hearing loud music, but it may be noise for me, right? Thus, noise can be defined as a wrong sound in the wrong place at the wrong time. But this is quite interesting. Suppose people are sleeping and you are breaking crackers, then that will be noise. But if you are doing the same on the Diwali night, that is not noise, because that time it is good sound. And if you do it in the middle of the night, पड़ोसी के घर में जाके कुछ पटाखे फोड़ के आते हो, तो it is the wrong sound in the wrong place at the wrong time. However, it is always true that if the sound is loud and it prolongs for a longer time, it becomes noise for all. Whoever it is, whether he is very much fond of the sound or not, but if it is going on for a long time, then it will become noise. Definitely it will become noise. Okay. Now, noise pollution can be defined. This is a theoretical definition of noise, right? Noise pollution can be defined as the unwanted sound dumped into the environment without considering the adverse effects it may have in relation to physical and mental health, reproducing effect, and human communication, etc. So, noise pollution is something which basically contains due to an unwanted sound that is present in environment and is having several adverse effects in the physical, chemical, biological health of human being. Okay? Create huge problem. Okay? So this was the definition of noise. Let us go to the next slide. Now, as you people can see, this is a slide for classification of noise, right? Now, in this classification of noise, what we people are having? First one is classification of anthropogenic noise. You know that the different types of anthropogenic noises are: number one is transport noise, number two is occupational noise, number three is neighborhood noise. Again, the transport noise is further subdivided into road traffic noise, rail traffic noise, air traffic noise. Let us try to understand what these things are. First of all, what is transport noise? If some car, some bike, some flight, okay, one train is moving with a huge noise in front of you, then that is transport noise. Okay. What is occupational noise? Suppose you work in a factory. Now the machines run and it makes huge noise. That is occupational noise. Also, if you people shout at the class, then what happens? We face noise, right? Now, being a teacher is my occupation, so that will also be considered as occupational noise, right? And another is neighborhood noise. If your neighbors are very much fond of music and they are playing loud music in the midnight, then that is neighborhood noise. Okay. Now, transport noise is again divided into three types. One is noise from roads, another is noise from rail, third one is noise from aircraft. Okay. Now, how the physiological effects of noise pollution are that we need to see. A sound of 65 dBA. dBA is nothing but decibel. Is the noise level for conversation heard at a distance of 1 meter. So, if you and I are standing at a distance of 1 meter, right, and if our voice is more than 65 dBA, then it is noise. Sound of 110 dBA gives discomfort, and 135 dBA it has become painful. It will be painful. 150 might kill a person. 65 dBA is okay. 150 will create problem. 135 will create pain in your ears. 150 you might not be present or not. Very, very dangerous. Number two is a sound level in the range of 110 to 150 adversely affects the respiratory system. Cause of physical control and other psychological changes may occur. It happens actually if very loud noise has come up to your ears for a very small fraction of time, then what happens? It is from shock. It's called shock or anxiety attack, right? That very high and loud noise have come up for a very, very short time, just like one bullet has pierced your heart, like that. Okay, so it may give dangerous effects. It may affect the respiratory system. It can cause physical control and other psychological changes, right? Number three, loud sounds can cause an increased secretion of various hormones from pituitary gland, leading to increase in blood sugar level, reducing immune capability, affecting liver, heart, brain, and kidney. Now, you know that if increased blood sugar level is present in the body, then we may suffer from all types of diseases, because blood sugar is considered to the mother of all disease, right? So we may have immune system less capable immune system. We may suffer from liver, kidney, as well as from brain and heart, right? Number four is noise affects mental capability, thereby reducing mind concentration, causes chronic headache and irritability, thereby reduce efficiency. Exposure in high noise levels cause of deafness. The hearing loss starts in the frequency range of 4000 hertz. Now, our hearing frequency range is 20 to 20,000 hertz, but hearing loss actually starts from 4000 hertz, right? So noise will change the mental capability. It will create problem in concentration, and it will cause chronic headache and all. So different types of problems we'll be facing whenever we are suffering from plenty of noise. Okay, let's see what we have next. This is the way to control noise pollution. How it can be controlled? Very simple. Number one is at the source. Example, repairing, proper maintenance of machine, use lubricant to reduce friction. Now, this is one of the major things that should be considered while transport and occupation noise are considered, right? If more and more mobiles and lubricants are used, then the wear and tear of the machines, maybe in your factory or maybe during the bus or train, whoever is running or whichever is running, right? If we use more and more mobiles and all, then what will happen? Reduced friction will be there, reduced wear and tear will be there, so reduced sound will be there, right? So this is one way. Another way is at the transmission path. Sound energy transmission path can be covered by insulating material like carpet, glass, or etc. Now, you have seen that in our college we are having the digital studio, and in the digital studio the whole walls are made soundproof along with the doors that we are having. Huge, thick doors. You will see once you go to the studio, you will see that. Okay. So basically, the transmission path can be controlled by covering with carpet or glass wool at the receiver end, taking personal protection by using ear plug, AC enclosure, thick walled room. If you are plugged, if you have plugged your ears, then you will face from a little problem, right? Okay, as simple as that.